Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are having a great day. If you have been paying attention to the crypto market, you know we are in a very important phase. Bitcoin is finally showing signs of a strengthening market and the reversal has begun. Also, if you look at the price right now, it's trying really hard to break over the 92k and get to its all-time high. If it does decide to do something similar, the bulls are going to run up the market to cross that 100k maybe in the next 2 to 3 days. And if that does happen, Dogecoin will be following shortly behind. And you can also see the trading volume and the whales returning in the Doge market as well. The Dogecoin has entered the parabolic bull run and there are some reasons. We will get into that, but Dogecoin to a $11 after channel and symmetrical triangle patterns indicate a historic rally that will follow through. Elon Musk apparently owns a bunch of Dogecoin. This is insider news, and Dogecoin consolidates at a key support amid the rising war activity and increased user engagement. User engagement is going to be super important. Before we get into all of this, if you guys are here for the first time, you want to stay up to date with everything relating to Dogecoin and the whole crypto market, I highly recommend you scroll down, tap the red subscribe button. While there, slap a like on the video, just update the algorithm, push the video to more people. More people are paying attention to Dogecoin and the crypto market. The user engagement goes up even more for Dogecoin, more inflow of cash, and we're going to be seeing the price go skyrocketing. So make sure you go down and slap a like on it. Now, first of all, I want to show you guys something interesting. You can see that the 35-cent support is held so strong when it comes to the way that Dogecoin has been acting. And you can also see on the other end that right now, since the 15th, which is about 4 days ago, we have been between just these two lines, which is close to 38 cents and 35 cents. What does this mean? Well, in simple terms, you need to understand that this consolidation phase is actually gearing up for something even bigger. What do I mean by that? Well, just to give you perspective, Dogecoin by itself, it would be quite hard for it to grow. The only time it showed a little bit of sign of weakening was around this phase when it actually broke below 35 cents. But other than that, you can see it's holding really strong. Right now, it's just waiting for pretty much Bitcoin to show some sort of crazy return. If Bitcoin is able to show us some sort of crazy reversal, trust me, Doge will be following through very quickly. Another thing which is really exciting is if you guys look at this, breaking its all-time high is actually still quite far for Dogecoin as compared to Bitcoin, which is about 92k and the all-time high is at 93k. Now, as you can see, if Dogecoin decides to climb to its all-time high, it would actually be nearly double the price from where we're sitting right now. Not exactly double, but very, very close. And just keep in mind, there are a lot of big analysts which are predicting if Bitcoin is able to cross that 100k mark, there is going to be a very high chance that Dogecoin will be breaking its all-time high. Just to give you perspective, in the last 90 days, Bitcoin is up 50% while Dogecoin is up 250%. So if you just correlate both of them, it's very clear that Doge is on a growth of 5x as compared to Bitcoin. And then if you look at the trading volume, today it has made a 12% return, even though the market has only climbed by about 4%. So you know that there is going to be a lot more happening very soon. Just to give you perspective why Doge has just entered the parabolic bull run. First of all, the whale accumulation has increased significantly. I have been covering every single whale activity from the last 1 to 2 weeks, and you guys know the amount of buying orders that are coming in with large sum of money being thrown at Dogecoin is crazy. Whales have bought 140 million Dogecoin in the past 24 hours. Meanwhile, the retail investors have just started to notice Dogecoin's potential. I mean, you can see that the open interest and the interest over time on Google are very similar. They are showing a very strong sign of growing. I read that people are talking about how Dogecoin now cannot go higher. Market caps, sell the news, better memes. But over time, Dogecoin has always been at its peak popularity, and right now it hasn't even reached the peak. Soon as it reaches the peak, it usually breaks the previous all-time high. That should give you perspective. And right now, if you do ask someone if they would invest in Dogecoin or Bitcoin, very likely you're going to hear the answer that they do want to buy Dogecoin. And even after the recent 350 price increase, Doge hasn't even reached its overbought levels. On the RSI line, it's still got a little bit of potential to climb even higher. So if the governing pattern beside Dogecoin price action is parallel channel, a rebound from the lower boundary to the middle or upper could actually push the price to $2.40 or even $18. Now, those are some big numbers, which I'm very certain a lot of you will be very happy to see. And on a different perspective, if the Fibonacci retracement sees, then $4 to $23 is also very likely. Now, in both conditions, you can see that the prices are very, very high. And if you look at the given prices and the way that Dogecoin reacted in the previous bull run, if it just follows through, well, we're going to be seeing another about $2 price increase. And that all comes down to one thing, which is, where is Dogecoin headed? Well, the symmetrical pattern is definitely showing potential for Dogecoin to climb to some bigger numbers, but $11 would be a little bit harder in my opinion. Now, talking about Elon Musk, I still own a bunch of Dogecoin and SpaceX owns a bunch of Bitcoin. Now, this was revealed at the start of the year, if you guys remember, but right now people are bringing that back up just to ensure that our boy Elon is still part of the Doge army. Just to give you perspective, he's not trying to make money himself. It's not a huge amount of Dogecoin to the point where he's actually just manipulating the market to make money for himself. And Dogecoin consolidates at a key level, which is 35 cents. Where is this going to go? Well, the active addresses on the network have surged by 35%, reflecting a heightened user engagement and investor confidence. Even though the market is consolidating at the same price, there is a lot of potential because you can see that the user engagement on the back end is increasing significantly, and that can also be seen by the open interest. 2.3 billion open interest is quite impressive, and the long to short ratio keep favoring the long traders by quite a big margin. The only way this can turn into a problem is if we see a really big whale deciding to sell, and those very, very risky takers of those bull run are going to be liquidated. That's the only way Dogecoin market can see a significant correction. Other than that, there is nothing slowing it down anytime soon. And another thing is, in 2020, after Bitcoin broke its previous all-time high, which was 19,700, it surged 26%, consolidated for a week, and then we saw another explosive move. Do we think that's going to happen? And honestly, very likely. And Bitcoin on exchanges hits the lowest level since 2018. What does this mean? Well, these whales are definitely expecting to hold Bitcoin for the long term, and they do expect Bitcoin to do some crazy numbers. Doge week coming, says Verton Trader. Correction is a part of a monster impulse. Now, if this does happen, trust me, the amount of money that will flow into Dogecoin in a short time would be a lot more than a lot of people will anticipate. And finally, Trump commission promises to have a lot of layoffs and make sure that the government is a little bit better. We got a long way to go. Honestly, this is starting of something big. Thank you for watching. Be excited, and I'll see you very soon.